So, even while you were away, Simon, and we now know why you were away, you had a cancer problem and you were getting it dealt with.
Yes.
And fingers crossed, everything touched
After
wood.
the cancer surgery, I had a catheter problem. I can assure you that wasn't very pleasant either.
Oh, lovely.
Yes.
Let's not go there. Even while you were away, you were being talked about in this very studio.
What's it like? He's not coming back, is he?
Gareth Southgate.
Got rid of him.
Gareth Southgate was in here and he pushed back on your accusation that he isn't a winner.
Of course, in the end, as a manager, you want to win. And I know I've got to prove that. Now, what makes a winner? You've got to get over the line in those big matches in the end. I've not got a track record coming into this job. Everybody knows the route coming into the job. I was a manager at 35 at Middlesbrough, way before I was ready. Taking the under-21s, I was best placed to help out the team when Sam left. We had a week before the next game. And there was logic to going with what I had. But what I wasn't coming in with was a CV like Capello or Ericsson, where they'd won major trophies coming into it. So I was still growing and learning. I've now, 5-6 years on, managed some of the biggest games in world football and learned and improved a huge amount. You know, I'm sure if Simon reflected on his steering of Crystal Palace, he would be a better owner now than he was when he was there, because he's learned from what happened, and that's what we have to do. So I know the steps that I have to take to prove to people that, you know, you're deemed as a winner. The reality is, unless you lift a trophy, you're not going to be viewed that way. Doesn't mean that I don't think I can do a very good job as a football manager, and doesn't mean that I've got a lot more confidence in the way that we work and the detail of what we do and the tactical way that we play than when I took over 6-7 years ago.
That's all fair, isn't it?
I think some of it's fair. Of course, if I was given 3 opportunities to correct the banking crisis in 2010, I might have been able to overcome it. But I didn't get 3 opportunities, like Gareth said, 3 tournaments that he could have potentially won, and only lost against teams that everyone expects him to lose against.
But you'd be a better owner today than you probably were. More effective,
I don't
maybe.
think so. I think I was very effective at the time. The only problem I was I run out of money and there was a banking crisis. If the banking crisis hadn't been there, I'd still be there now and Parish wouldn't have profited. But the point is this, is he's right to say, I think he's done lots of good things, and I think I said that in a clip that you played, that he's a commendable individual that's brought the media into line with supporting the England team, and has also brought a spirit of players wanting to play for the country. But my observation is, you had an opportunity to change the direction of travel in a Croatian game. You didn't take it. Give you the pass because it's a new gig, and he said it himself, I was learning on the job. You go to a European Championship final and you are winning the game, and then you wait and you wait and you wait until Italy is scored, and then you change them. And then you play in a World Cup quarter final, and you are now in control of the game, and rather than say we're going to take this game away from the Italians and throw more players on in a forward position to be able to take the game away from the French, we sat back and allowed the French to get in front of us. We missed the penalty, which doesn't help, but we put ourselves in the way of it. And in the European Championship final, we decided to put penalty takers on that had never taken a penalty in professional football. All of those are decisions that are made by people that are winners, that understand the difference between winning and losing. Now, does that mean that, by my argument, this argument that I made before, that got me into a situation with Rio Ferdinand about the definition of a winner? A definition of a winner is someone that doesn't always win everything, but someone that gives their best all the time. And I would say that by one categorisation of the winning argument, Gareth Southgate is a winner. He's won the battle with the media. He's won the battle with the players. He's won the battle with the culture of getting people to respect playing for their country. But by the definition that other people want me to be held to account by, the Rio Ferdinands of the world and all those sort of people that had great fun, I'm taking a mickey out of our mate Martin Keown, the only way you judge a win is by being a winner. So I'm afraid, Gareth, and to turn around and say, well, the only way I can defeat that argument is by winning something. Well, okay, no stuff, Sherlock. We know that. And my question is, I don't think there was anything offensive about what I said. I don't think there was anything insulting. I think he's a decent man doing a decent job that apparently got offered the job before Sam Allardyce even got offered it in the first place. Interesting. But notwithstanding that, has taken us to a whiff of the promised land and then taken it away from us, because there is that little factor that Southgate doesn't have, which is called balls at the right time and the ability to change the direction of a game when it's in our hands or when we're under pressure. And that's my dime store tour of why I still think that Southgate has done a great job but will not come back from Germany with a bauble.
Okay. And Gareth, if you're listening, thanks for joining us last Friday. You're back. And backfiring in all cylinders. I am speaking on behalf of so many listeners. We are delighted you've come
Nice
through.
to be back.
You've come through with a 100% bill of health, and I hope that continues, Simon.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.